This is Tough Like RORR 2019. We have finally made it to the main event on Sunday. After 2 qualifying races on Saturday, it's time to go out there for the main event. Live at the start, here we go. Yeehaw! Everybody's on the gas. However, this is a completely different race than what you saw on the Saturday events. This is a 17-mile long course of brutal, technical, and sometimes unrideable terrain that you gotta push through. It's a long-term endurance type race. So getting a good start is important, but it's better to last. That's what she said. Right off the bat, we have a bottleneck. And early on here, it's going to be a little more congested, and this is my opportunity to find some lines around people. I'm remaining calm and collected, conserving my energy right off the start here. So in the beginning here, some of this course may look familiar if you saw the Saturday qualifying races. We're running that same track off this beginning, and that's good because as we're sorting ourselves out in the start, things are congested, everybody's familiar with the track, there's multiple lines worn in, and it just makes things flow a lot better right off in the beginning. Whoa, that's Andy Gross there, almost with a front flip as he catches a rock. I get around him there. I think it's Gross, Andy Gross. I don't know. So now we get onto some new trail. You shoot up this hill and run along this beautiful single track up here. So I get around Robbie Lease Jr. here as we come into this massive boulder field. That's Adam. Yee-hoo! There's Adam right there. Trying to get himself into this rock section. Robbie coming in. Oh! As I sit here, I'm thinking, what if I go up over there? I'm trying to get creative. But sometimes it's better to wait it out, and that's what I do. Robbie's working to get his bike turned around. Now this guy shoots in there. I don't know who he is. It's at this point where I'm like, dude, this is going to get real bad if I don't get through this. And I just go. Ooh, I thread the needle right up through there. And now we can get the ball rolling. The hardest part is just getting up into this section. Once you're in here, it's not so bad. You just gotta watch for the holes and keep your momentum going if you've got the energy. Wow, so I mean, okay, it's not Wade Young speed, but I was able to get through this rock garden pretty well. I mean, it's not good, but it's subpar, semi-pro. I'll take it. But seriously, that went pretty well. However, I'm tanked, tired after that section. I'm catching my breath, but it's like this section now. You gotta rip your bike manually around this corner. Recover. And I'm trying to catch my breath. But the thing about this event, and it's something that makes it so tough, like RORR, is that there is no area to rest. There's no section of trail that's straight or even flat that you can catch your breath on. It's constant.
Holy. Woohoo!
unrelenting for 17 miles, which is awesome. I mean, it really tests you. So I'm able to get around Robbie here. This is some of the track from Saturday. But then I get over into this same spot. I made the same mistake the day before by going up the middle of this gully. Dick! That was frustrating. Hey, Carter! Hey, it's Carter. What the heck? Why aren't you out here racing? Now we start going up to heaven. Woo! But instead of going down the mountain, we keep going up. This way. This stuff is really steep, and it's deceiving on the camera. I come into all this slab rock, and I just take my time through here. I'm picking smart lines. And by smart lines, I mean what I thought was smart at the time of riding in my heavily winded, exhausted state, even though we're barely into the track. Hold on. I gotta take a breather. Water. And drink some water. My battery is dead. I gotta kickstart it. I'm taking water. And these guys are like, get out of the way. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know there were people waiting. So that hops my butt into gear and I get moving. I had to take a breather. So I catch my breath. I'm still a little bit winded. This isn't good though. My battery's dead. So looking back at this, I should have put my battery charger on overnight. I think the Saturday races really drained it because the fan's running so much that the stator just can't keep up. It can keep everything running, the fan's going, it just doesn't hold a charge. It can't charge the battery. These two guys get around me. They were booking it. I think I was still catching my breath at this point. But there is beautiful trail on this side of the mountain, and it's just some awesome, flowy single track. Super fun. It would probably be a lot better if I wasn't about to throw up after that uphill section. A little ways out, we get into some ledge. I come across checkpoint number 1. Six. Get my card punched, and we're back off. Things start to pick up. Now, we're not getting into the gnarly gnar, but we're getting into the gnar. I don't know if that makes sense. What am I saying here? What am I trying to say? We get to the mountaintops here, and these are fun. I really enjoy this, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking. You're up here tiptoeing around on the tips of mountains. Tiptoeing on the tip. Taking the view. Hi. Oh. Denied. Rats. I forgot my E-start's not working. I tell ya, I'm so glad that there's a backup Kickstarter, because if there wasn't, that would be it. Game over. As you can see, there's a lot of handling, a lot of bike yanking and pulling and manipulating. That's tough.
Okay. Oh, jeez. It is Zach. Oh,
I'm confused. I'm so confused.
I think it is. I am Zach.
So I'm thinking maybe there's another Zach out here that looks... well, I don't know. We gotta get to the bottom of this. What happened? I get back out on these rocks. This section's called 409. As much as I'd like to do this in one foul swoop, I have to take a breather like every 5 seconds. It might be that I'm holding my breath. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I gotta take a look at that, because when you're riding through something really technical, you're so focused on what you're doing, riding and stuff, that you forget to breathe sometimes. That's probably what I'm doing. Coming out of 409 here is pretty gnarly. Look at this. You got to drop through these rocks, and it's tight.
All right, Jack, what do you need?
Can I go down my back?
Yep.
Phew, thank you.
This part of the track had quite a few hill climbs you had to shoot up. I enjoyed them. So we're through that. I come to the second checkpoint. That's in the starting area here.
Woohoo!
And then you go down this huge hill. So when you get down to the bottom of that hill, by either riding down or flipping down, I come into the stuff from race number 2 from Saturday. Get through that, and then I'm on to some new stuff.
Whoa.
Check out the beautiful ferns, man. It's nice out here. I come up this, and I remember this from last year. I got stuck in here last year, and I knew it. I knew it when I got over here. This was a bad line. And I get a wedgie. I get wedged here. The only way to get out is to pick the wedgie. I gotta pull the bike out. Why am I doing that analogy? Make or break your race on any of these obstacles, because if you slide off one of these edges, you're gonna spend all day getting your bike out of it, or you might fall in that pond to your left. This hill climb here I remember last year I took this line to the right. I didn't have the speed to go up straight to the middle, so I opt to go to the right. This is one of the coolest sections. You come down and you run along this rock wall.
Whoa! Holy! It's starting to rain.
Beautiful views up here, but the raindrops start to come down. I pop up here, and you're back into the tops of these mountains, riding up and down, back and forth, all over the place. But this time it's wet. And it's still fairly good traction, but the problem is the flat rock. That was slippery. I stalled it. So Andy Gross gets around me. Go! I'm not carrying the speed. I need the speed, the momentum. Oh boy, this downhill. Woo! That was hairy. That is so frustrating to me. I put my foot down on that rock and it just slipped right off and I went down. Of course, maybe I shouldn't be putting my foot down. Maybe that's the mistake right there. Is that putting your foot down and dabbing is a possible failure. You can slip when you do that and crash instead of just balancing and riding through it. Or I might just be overanalyzing it. That's the engineer in me. But hey, that's what you gotta do. That's why these videos are very helpful. We're reviewing what I did here. Now we're into the bear poop section. Some of this was used in the qualifying race number 2. But this time in the main event, we keep going.
Oh!
Oh! That's the worst thing that could have happened.
Hi. Holy.
Alright, so it was this spot last year where the camera stopped recording. I ran out of battery. Well, this year I changed the batteries throughout the race so you can see the whole thing.
Alright.
Because it's at this point in the race, on this part of the track, this is where the NAR scale starts going up. Now, we've been hitting Class 1, Class 2 NAR. We've had a few Class 3s. This is pushing. It's getting close to Class 4 and R out of 5. So what we're getting into here is called Bisexual Hill. So as I'm coming along, I see that's Andy down there, and I'm thinking, how did he get down there? What happened? I'm thinking, man, that is a terrible place to be in. As I'm getting myself into position to launch up this hill, I figured I'd yell over to Andy something encouraging.
Let's go, Andy! Woohoo!
I don't know if that helped. I start climbing up, and the reason it's called Bisexual Hill is right up here. You go one way, and then you go the other, if you know what I mean. Oh, I caught that rock. If I hadn't done that, you would have probably seen the most impressive pivot turn of your life.
I'm not tall enough for this.
Okay, I'm kidding. No, I was being very careful because I don't have the height advantage. I mean, I'm on my tiptoes up here on the Class 4 and R.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Woo, baby, that'll pucker you up here on Bisexual. Oh, that's a...
Cleaner uphill.
Alright, we got another pivot here. Yeah! Yeah! We are way up here. This is Class 4 and R. We've hit Class 4.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
It's one thing to trail ride terrain like this.
Cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But when you're actually racing through this, I mean, I'm not going very fast, but you're just not taking those rests. And you're pushing yourself. So it's a whole different ball game when you're actually racing through terrain like this. And it was hot.
Oh, thank you.
I definitely think at this point the heat was starting to get with me. I started getting a little loopy.
Wow. Whew. What's good? I'm normal. I'm all right. Not heat exhaustion, man. I'm just this is fun, man.
What the heck?
Ditch.
Oh my gosh, it threw me off too. I wasn't even ready for this hill. I'm screwing around talking, saying weird things, and it screws me on this hill. I'm like, this is so stupid. Alright, well, we salvaged that.
Holy frick.
Don't look down. Just keep going. I thought this section was really cool. You're going up and down these hills, these little piles.
Why does that keep happening to me?
We start getting into Class 3 NAR here. I'd give this Class 3 NAR. And this section was called Low Morale. And it really, at this point of the race, was. I hadn't seen anybody, it felt like, for hours. I'm just trucking along.
Low morale.
Exhausted at this point.
Yeah.
This was really like a steep drop down up. You can't tell from the video, the perspective here, but this was tricky.
Oh!
But I really enjoyed that section and this stuff up here. It was almost trialsy where you had to kind of loft yourself and throw your bike up some stuff. Like this rock right here. I mean, it was like this grit your teeth part of the track where you just had to go for it. But this section got me. This was tough. That was not my best run at it. I definitely could have done that better. So it put me in a bad position here at the base of this thing.
Ready? Yeah, I'll make it.
Fortunately, this RORR worker just helped me get a little boost. Now, the RORR workers were allowed to assist. And after literally pushing my bike up it, I get through that section. And boy, that was tough.
Dude.
But it's unrelenting. I mean, it just keeps going. So there's no catch your breath part here. You just keep going.
Oh my God.
Just in case you guys haven't, picked up on it yet, I might be getting a little tired. Holy cow! So after that debacle,
Pit of misery. Quit now.
I come to that sign. Quit now. I'm expecting words of encouragement, not get the heck off the course. There's no way to get out of the pit of misery. So you drop down into this pit, and it's full of rocks. To be honest, I don't even know if I was on the bike at that point, my position, my body, I can't even tell. I'm just like stumbling through, launching the bike. But we're getting through, we're getting through it. Looking up where I gotta go, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, just look at this. So I try to get some speed to get up through here. That's what my bike said. I'm tired. That's what I said too. I kept falling off balance, and I couldn't keep the power going. I couldn't keep it going. I kept tipping. It was slippery. In hindsight, right there, I should have just kept going.
Oh, thank you.
I had some speed.
Making that straight run.
Okay.
But you got to get up this hill right here.
Yeah, that route's been sending people's tire, and then they pick where they're going.
So that's Jackson Davis. He doesn't quite make it. He goes for a second attempt. Doesn't really make it. Chance Baker shows up behind me there.
Oh!
So I feel like I can get the speed. Oh!
Shit.
My bike, if I hadn't popped into that little wheelie, I think I could have had the speed. Whoa, that rock went flying over my head. So there was a little cutoff right here that you could use off to the side. Now, I think Wade Young and a few other guys made the whole hill. But you know what? I'm okay. I took the side hill. But once I got up that, I was ready to go. I was pumped. And that's when I see Jackson here. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. Let's go, let's go. I was giving my pass call, not realizing there's a lady there with a clipboard. I don't know if that was a checkpoint. I apologize. I got worked up.
That was my pass opportunity.
I was so focused. Yikes. Jackson falls into that rock.
You all right? All right. Can you get out? Here.
I'm thinking, all right, I gotta put my bike down here. I gotta help him.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, he gets it. He gets out. Thankfully, he's all right. Looks like. This is one of those lines where it looked better in my head, but it actually worked out. It wasn't that bad. I get through that, well, we got a hill here, so I start going up, and I see this line to the right looks a little better, so I position myself, and I should have taken a little more time to set up better for this, because when I took off, I was already destined for failure. Ah! I'm down.
Oh!
Not really, huh?
Oh! Whew! That kind of hurt.
Yes, no,
I'm all right. I'm half.
you're half okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just need a second here. Oh.
So this is bizarre. This is the most bizarre thing I'm going to explain. But when I fell backwards, I think I landed on that rock. And however I landed, it felt like I was taking a poop. Like, but it was like a painful, like the biggest dump of my life. And so I just gotta recover. It's like, oh! But on top of that, I pulled my groin. Like, when I fell there, I think my leg caught the bike, and I really pulled my groin. Like, I was hurting. I had a questionable moment here where I was like, can I continue even? I start pushing the bike. I was feeling all right. Like, I'm good enough. But the bike slid down, and I'm in a bad spot. And I was so exhausted. That's Will pressing. Sorry I wasn't more enthusiastic. I had a rock up my butt, literally.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Alright, so I keep going, but this is where the groin feeling was kicking in. I'm like, oh, I can't dab. It hurts.
Dude, I hurt my leg. Oh my God, I think I pulled a muscle.
There may have been a tantrum at this point. I had a slight breakdown. I was frustrated. This is extreme. This is hard enduro, guys. This is hard enduro.
It's steep? All right.
So this lady says it's steep. I'm like, well, the whole thing's been steep.
Oh God.
And I'm like, holy cow, she's not kidding. Look at this. It's a peak.
Yeah. Let's say that's steep. Oh my God.
Insane. But so cool. Just insane. It's crazy.
Got it, man. Good job.
Wow. Oh my God.
This is so cool. I mean, it's just cool. Incredible. So now we're down here in the bottom.
Go! Oh, it's caught on my axle.
That was frustrating. And all this monkeying around down here in this valley, it's so hot.
Oh God.
I was reaching my breaking point. And I remember that section in particular, I was in zombie mode. I was just like doing it, and I didn't know how. I was so like, I was losing it.
Oh.
And it's this point where I slide out, someone's behind me,
That's not good.
and that's Nicholas Dudikovic.
Zach, right?
Yeah.
Zach?
Yeah.
I was so out of it, I was like, yeah, Zach, my name. I couldn't even pull the bike back up on the trail. I get it moving, and I go just a little ways here. When I'm like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop right now.
I gotta take a breather. I'm dying. I'm gonna pass out. I'm collapsing.
I'm sitting on the bike, and the heat from the bike
Calm.
is too much.
Calm.
I start freaking out.
The bike's too hot. The bike's so hot.
I went into this panic. I couldn't control my breathing. My heart rate was shooting through the roof, and I started freaking out. I'm like, I can't breathe. And I ripped my helmet off, get away from the bike, and it just took me a couple minutes of deep breaths to get myself under control.
All right.
It freaked me out. I mean, that I would say is borderline heat exhaustion.
Took a little break.
So I got a lot of water into me. It took me a few minutes, and I was good to go after. I felt really good, actually, after that rest.
Oh, whoa.
These were cool. You're going like through tunnels.
Whoa. Holy. Oh. Woo!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now this hill over here really, I struggled on this one. And I should have had that. I lost a lot of time resetting, and then I didn't get it on this attempt, so it was a mess over here. And let's move on.
I haven't had that much trouble on a hill since I was in C class.
It took me a while to get out of that one as well. I got really stuck. Then there was this downhill. This one was crazy. Off camber, really steep.
Oh. Oh my God.
Man.
We nearly lost a life on that one.
I regroup after that, and that's when Lee catches up to me, and he makes a pass. It was one heck of a pass, too. Did you see that? That's how they are in hard enduros. Yeah. But no, so that was good. It kind of, like, motivated me. Like, all right, let me keep up with Lee here. He kind of kept me moving. Whoa, they've got 2 X's on the tree. That can't be good. So you come down this big downhill, and it just keeps going down. It's insane.
What the heck?
I never have issues with downhills. I'm very comfortable doing them. But this one, there was no room for error. No bailout, nothing. It was make it or break it, so I really took my time on it.
This is crazy. Yeah, baby.
Wow. That was cool. That was really cool. I enjoyed it. It's nerve-wracking, but I enjoyed it.
I could jump in that.
A little ways on, there was another downhill. This one was a big one. The bottom of it, right here. Woo! Had a little kicker.
Holy.
Wow. I'm coming to scoring. There it is. 1 lap. Complete. You're supposed to do 2. 2 laps.
Yeah, I'll take a water. Yeah, I think I'll keep going.
Checkpoint by checkpoint.
So they are counting checkpoints as scoring. So if I get to the next checkpoint and somebody else doesn't, that's going to help me.
How we doing?
So I decide I'm grabbing
Holy
checkpoints.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
There goes Lee as I'm getting my camo back filled, and we kind of start going back and forth.
This is crazy, man. Oh, yeah, baby. Sure.
Yeah,
How far's the,
Miller. How
yeah.
you doing? You good? Let's go, baby.
all right, what? You want me to go or you go?
I want you to go.
All right.
Good luck. You got it. Go, go, go.
I was debating whether I should include that in the video. It's just a sip of a barley pop.
There's Jarrett.
I see Jarrett Moan on the other side coming back through 409. So that's a little ways on. As Lee and I are coming into here. And it was really good because Lee and I were kind of just working off of each other to keep pushing. But I struggled so bad getting into this section.
Ah, man. Nice. That's the line. That was a waste of energy. These things are getting slick.
Okay from here, except it's about the downpour. I would try to get through this before this.
Holy.
It starts downpouring.
Oh, man. I'm okay. I got water.
Andrew, yeah, everybody loves the videos, man. It's all good. Okay? You got it.
All right.
Yeah, keep going, man. You're doing good. There's no cutoff, so.
Yeah, okay.
That was Joe Young there, and after talking to him, I keep going, and I work my way up to heaven. But this time, it's different.
Killing it, man.
So what they did is after the first lap, they opened up a new section. Instead of going up to the left, you go this way.
Oh, baby.
And it's hard. Very hard.
Whoop.
This is what Hard Enduro is about. You're pushing yourself to the limits. You're in piles of rock. It's raining. And you're just digging deep and doing it.
All right. Man.
I get down to this point, and I got to get a little bit readjusted to the left. There it is.
Oh, baby.
I look up and I'm like, we gotta go up that? Oh, man. Lee's right there, and I'm looking up and I'm like, holy cow. This is crazy.
All right.
Good job, man. Nice job, Mac.
Breather.
Yeah.
Holy.
That was harder than last year, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Go that way?
Woo! I was like, wow. I went right up that. Woo! I'm looking at this, I'm like, this rock is too tall. I mean, I'm hung up on it. The only way to get over is to push it.
What the heck? Yeah, what in the heck? This is crazy.
There's that, boys.
Whoa, whoa.
Just might have to hold the rock down. Looks like he just wants to hang on. Hell yeah.
There we go.
Thumbs up.
What's up?
Thumbs up. You're a celebrity.
I was out of it. If I wasn't making any sense or I couldn't understand you, forgive me. I was doing a Hard Enduro.
Oh, there's another pivot?
I couldn't get, right here, I really couldn't get around this. I was like, monkeying around trying to lift the wheel and, oh, I think if I had just gotten off the bike and picked my rear end up a little bit, it would have saved me a lot of monkeying. There we go.
Hi.
Adam Roska, if I'm saying your name correctly there, sent me in this video he filmed.
Yeah! Nice!
So here I am. This part, I was so worried about sliding down and having to redo that.
Got it! Yeah! Nice! Nice! Yep! Go! Oh, go! Hit it! Yeah!
Here's at the top of the hill. Hi. Buddy's waiting for you.
Yeah, baby.
Woo! God. Dude, these things are awesome.
That was awesome. That was everybody cheering there. It was so awesome.
Oh.
Your buddies are in front of you, I guess. He said he knew you. He
Yeah.
was Zach Attack.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, he's right behind me. So I didn't want to talk too long.
Okay. Well.
Look good. You look like you're not even tired.
Oh yeah. That new section coming up here, that was fun. That was fun, but man.
They didn't think it was as difficult as it looked. I don't know. They said
It was, well, it looked difficult. It was hard, but I mean, I got through. Everyone, I guess, got through it, but man, it was fun. I loved it. Who am I kidding? That was one of the hardest sections. I had to lift my bike through that thing. It looked even worse, though, is what I guess I should have, what I'm trying to say. It's like a staircase.
I couldn't put words together.
I could rail this, man. This is freaking awesome single track.
I started feeling really good. The rain cooled me down, and I had energy. Surprisingly, after 4 hours, I had energy.
If I can catch them.
I go through all these mountaintops, and I get over to 409, where I do see Lee just up ahead. So I come down that downhill, and we drop onto the course from race number 2 on Saturday, and there's like nothing bad here. But somehow, on the smoothest part of the track,
Uh-oh. My rear brake is gone. The brake pedal is gone. How did I get down? What the heck happened? No rear brake pedal. Actually, you know what? We have this great thing called the engine braking.
so now I gotta use the Jake brake, if my bike was a diesel. But it's disappointing. But luckily, checkpoint number 2 was right here. So I pull in and I'm like, man.
Whoa.
Good job, Zach.
Oh, thanks. I think I'm pulling off. I broke my brake pedal.
Oh, you don't need brakes. Dude, good run, man. Really good run.
You mean you only rock in the mountain and you had to hit it, huh? Zach Attack.
Yes.
Awesome videos.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That was a blast.
Well, there it is. Tough Like RORR 2019 in the books. I finished 22nd out of the 60 riders. I want to give a shout out Adam with a 10th place finish. Killer result. And Mike Cook with a 25th. So man, I tell you, Tough Like RORR is to date my favorite event. I enjoy it so much. So come on out next year. I can't wait. I'm already looking forward to it. But if you didn't get enough and you want to watch the entire race, over 4 hours of riding at Tough Like RORR, you can watch it on my Patreon, so go check that out. The next Hard Enduro is on deck. That is Fallen Timbers out in Ohio. That's coming up.